It's not perfect, but we're just going not even 50 yards over here. It beats having to make about a dozen or so trips to carry them all. It should hold. Let's get it done. Hey there, friends and neighbors. Brent here, Four Pastures Farm. Welcome back to the farm. Earlier in the summer, I bought some fruit trees from somebody here local off of Facebook Marketplace, and we've been sitting on those trees here all summer. We've got coming in here within the next 12 to 14 hours here a cold front that's going to take the temperatures from the current sunny and 70 down to a high in the 40s, lows well below freezing. So what we've got to do here pretty quickly is get these trees in the ground before that cold front hits us and freezes the roots, right? We don't want the roots to freeze or it's going to kill the trees. They certainly won't make it through the winter here sitting in the pot, so we've got to get them in the ground. Y'all stick around with us. We're going to get the post hole digger hooked up to the tractor after we get our spots marked out here for our mini orchard, and we're going to get these trees in the ground. Y'all stick around. Hey y'all, if you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you're a current subscriber, we certainly appreciate your vote of confidence. If you're a routine viewer and not a subscriber, we'd love to have you follow along with us as we work to build our homestead here. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the channel. Again, we'd love to have you as a subscriber as well. Appreciate y'all joining us. Y'all stick around. So you can see here, there's a flag here. There's another one down here. There's one way over there. The other one was over here at the edge of the woods. This is the place for our septic tank. And these fruit trees are going to go over near this, but I definitely don't want the trees so close that I have to worry about roots growing into the septic system. So we're going to take here from this post and a tape measure, and we're going to make a circumference here around this, probably actually just a semicircle, and then we're going to do our spacing for our trees. Most of the trees here range between 10 and 20 foot spacing, depending on what it is, whether it be a peach, a plum, a pear, apple, whatever the case may be, with the greatest being 20 feet. So I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to space everything at 20 feet. That should still give us plenty of room to, get in between them and pick fruit in the coming years. It will also give us enough room to get mowers, tractors, what have you, in between there to do some mowing. So now that we've got our perimeter marked here that show how close we can get to the stakes here for our septic system. I actually only went 30 feet here, and then we'll go probably about another 5 feet off of this mark just to be safe. Like I said, the biggest ones here show a 20-foot spacing. So, I mean, if you think what the canopy is going to be and compare that to what the root ball and root system will be, I think we're still going to be well outside where we need to be. And something else here in Tennessee that they require is that you stake enough area here for a primary and a backup system. So this entire area here that's flagged for the septic won't be a septic field. Only that piece over there closest to where the house will be will actually be our primary septic. And then this other place here is just a backup in case, that system fails. We can throw another one in here and go, indefinitely from there on out. So I think we've got enough room. We're going to lay some line here. We're going to lay some marks to where we want to space our trees out, and then we're going to throw the post hole digger on here and put some holes in the ground and get these trees in. Y'all stick around. So I'd forgotten that, I don't know, a year or so ago, This tape got broken and was just taped with some clear, I think like packing tape or moving tape. Over time it just got brittle, and when I pulled on it down there it just popped. So this is what you get. I think we're probably going to lose about 6 inches here, but in the grand scheme of things, you know, the 6 inches out here is minuscule. So I think in the words of Farmer Tyler Ranch, for now, good enough is good enough. So we've gone from here and gone on down and put marks every 20 feet. What we're going to do here now is go this way. We'll put a mark here at 20 feet, and then we'll start back down again and make another row at 20 feet. So we've measured out our 100 feet down here. What we need to do is go down here to this last one and make sure we're 20 feet from our first row to our second row. And then we can come back and just put our dots in here for the whole row. I did a solid circle here, which is where a tree will go. I wasn't exactly sure how far over here I needed to be for this dot, so I did an open circle here, and looks like I was at 18 feet, so I need to come over 2 more here. And what I will do here now, since I know this is where I need to be and I'm in line, put a closed-in circle. The downside about this tape measure being broken is it creates just a big old mess here on the ground. I've got these cones back from some old sports days laying around. I actually use these when I'm mowing a lot. If I hit a rock with the mower or I see a big rock in the field, I'll actually chuck this back behind me to mark that spot, and then when I'm done mowing, I'll come back and dig that rock out so that grass can grow and I don't have to worry about it working its way up through the freeze-thaw cycle and hitting it with the mower. So I've got these laying around. I'm actually going to put some here on the 4 corners just to make it easier to see. Alright y'all, so we've got them marked out here. You can see we run from here straight down to there and then across the little gully here. There's one way down there, you can just barely see the tip of it sticking up. And then we kind of angle back in here as we go around the septic flags. Or a marker over here and then one right here, which is where we started. I did go ahead, you can see that this one over here is not in line. It actually is in line with this other one. I did go ahead and mark a couple of others over here closer to where the driveway will be, just in case we need them. I think if I counted correctly, we've got enough over here and we won't have to come over here, but if I need them, I've got them. A little crooked. Some of y'all may be wondering here why we're doing here on the north slope, right? Typically you want something on the south slope so that it gets good sun. Completely agree. I'd love to do it on the south slope. We've got our garden back here behind you, and then it drops off pretty quick down here into a little gully or a ravine, and then we've got an area here that will be a barn eventually and cattle pasture. So we're limited on what we can do on the south facing side of this hill, so we're going on the north side here. Now I think what the trick is going to be here with these trees is to figure out which trees will grow the tallest. Right? If you've got a tree that goes, we'll say 30 feet, it's going to go on the very back row back here. If you've got a tree that only grows 15 feet, it's going to go up here towards the top, so that your tall trees are in the back, short trees are in the front, and you still get kind of a stadium seat effect there to get sun then coming in from the south. So we're going to look through these trees, take a look at the tags and see, and we'll get the 3-point attachment hooked up here, and then we'll get some holes put in, and we'll get these things put in the ground. All right, y'all, you can see we've got some rows of trees here. Don't pay a whole lot of attention to the fine details here. They're just set in the ground, and some of these have a little bit of a lean going on there in the buckets. So what I've found here is that some of these here in the front are apples. They actually show, for the most part, 8 to 10 feet. And then when we get into the middle here, we get into, there's some more apples. We get into some of these peaches here. These show roughly 10 to 18 feet into the middle here. When we get down here, the different variety of peaches, these show up to 20 feet, and then we've got some plums over here that show up to 20 feet. So as you saw from the video, we ran out of daylight. It was a race against the cold front that came in. When I started this the other day, it was sunny and 70. That night, a cold front came in, actually wee hours of the next morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, cold front came in. Temperature dropped 40 degrees and it was cold and cloudy and spitting rain all day yesterday. So I didn't do anything yesterday. Got all these done that night in the dark, and today we're back out here just trying to finish up the video and just checking to see how we did, considering we finished them up in the dark. All right, y'all, so they are in. You can see they are mostly straight. You look down the line here, you can see that one peach tree is nice and crooked way down there. When you buy trees on discount, on sale, for about a third of their normal price, you get what you pay for. That thing's about as straight as a sidewinder. I'll come in with some T-posts or maybe some cane poles or something and stake that thing up and see if we can get it straightened out. But up here in the front, we've got apples here. That's going to be an apple there. We've got, let's see what we got here. There's another. That's a Fuji apple. That one over there looks like an apple. Yep, here's our other Fuji. You get down into here. We've got this one here is a plum. That one over there, I can see the tag is a plum. A peach. Those two there are peaches. We've got a plum here. This is going to be a peach. That's a plum, and that's a plum. So going from front to back, you've got our apples up front, which are typically a shorter tree. You know, if you look at this one, here, it says average mature height 20 to 30 feet. The apples up front show, I think 10 to 12, or maybe 10 to 15. So they are significantly shorter at a mature height than these peaches, which is why the peaches are back here in the back, because the sun is coming from the south here, left to right. Let me show you all this apple over here. This is our outlier. And I may come up with some more varieties here. I want you all to look here at this. Arkansas black apple. I've never seen nor heard of this. I don't know if it's good for eating or if it's a cooking apple. Let's see, medium to large purplish red fruit, matures to nearly black, crisp yellow. Flesh has a spicy aroma. This is a spicy apple. I'll be interested to try that. We'll see how it goes. So we've got our trees in here, and you can see there's an orange dot there that I could put another tree in and still have enough clearance here from our driveway coming in. And actually, here's another one here I could put in. So we may come in here and put in some more. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate y'all joining us. If you would, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you're still watching with us. Certainly, we'd love to have you follow along permanently as a subscriber. So go on and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye. It is hot out, sun shining. It is 70 degrees, I think, on the nose here in the, early. Tired too, apparently. Believe it or not, even though there's not hardly any trees left. Any trees left? Believe it or not, even though there's not any leaves left on the trees. So I think what we're going to do here is wind, lots of wind. Hit that thumbs up button, go on and hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button, go on and hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button, go on and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, bye.